Hello, my name is Jasmine Holdway, and I'm a graduate of the University of Guelph. I would like to welcome you to the Ontario Agricultural College Convocation ceremony this afternoon. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in this convocation. I'd like to tell you a little about the proceedings today. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for the baccalaureate and the magisteriate degrees are black, and the color of the hood is different for each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have a bright blue gown, and the honorary degrees are red. The University of Guelph crest that you can see on the curtains behind me and shown on the cover of the convocation program also represents our specific history. The emblems in the crest show links with the royal city of Guelph through the white stallion above, the connection to the liberal arts through the book, to the sciences through the astrolabe, and our connection to abundance in agriculture through the cornucopia. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum Cognoscere Causis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either, happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall are also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduands, the students who are coming to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace leading the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority of the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the vice-chancellor, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and senate, and members of faculty and staff. The degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated by categories representing the specific degree being awarded within the college. We will begin with doctorates and magisteriates, followed by the baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will present scholars to the vice-chancellor by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be videoed, and technology willing, there will be a simultaneous live cast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. The Vice-Chancellor will greet each student at center stage and a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your applause until after each group of graduates has crossed the stage. There will be an opportunity for a truly thunderous applause. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, the Vice-Chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. Please remain standing during the recessional until all the platform party has processed out of the hall. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs are hosting a social media program developed especially for Convocation. Please share your photos, memories, and advice with graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Finally, may I be the first person to congratulate the graduates on their various successes and offer my congratulations to the family and friends who are here to support them. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
We wish to acknowledge the Attawandaron people on whose traditional territory the University of Guelph resides, and offer our respect to our Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Métis neighbors as we strengthen our relationships with them. We live in a country that values freedom, in a society that recognizes the dignity of every person. We live in a time of peace. We have been blessed. We have been given the opportunity to learn in a school that believes in excellence by people of wisdom and compassion. We have been blessed. We have been supported by family, accompanied by friends, and challenged by the world around us to grow through our experiences. Let us enter this present moment with grateful hearts, mindful of what we have received. For we have a future filled with hope. We have been truly blessed. Amen.
You may be seated. Thank you. Members of the board, honorary fellows and faculty of the university, family and friends, and graduates, welcome to the celebration of Convocation here at the University of Guelph. I'd like to also extend a particular welcome to our chair of the University of Guelph Board of Governors, Mr. Kevin Golding, who's with us today, as well as to our John Bell Award recipient, Dr. David Woolen, who will be formally introduced to you in just a moment. My name is Franco Vaccarino, and I have the honor and the privilege of serving as the president and vice chancellor of this great university. And I'm privileged today to welcome all of you here to Convocation. Now, as we begin today's Convocation, let me offer a few congratulatory remarks. First off, graduates, this is your big day. You've worked hard, you've persevered, and you've made it. Well done, well deserved. Now, graduation day is all about transition, moving from one thing to another, from one state to another. It's one of a number of important transitions that I'm sure you've already made in your lives and will continue to make in the years to come. Last fall, I had the opportunity to welcome our new first-year students to the University of Guelph, and I reminded them that besides becoming the incoming class of 2015, they're also the graduating class of 2019. So that was a moment for them of traveling forward in time. So just for a moment, what I'd like you to do is to travel back in time to your own arrival here not too many years ago. Remember how it felt. Remember that first day, how it felt to set foot on campus for the first time as new students. I'm sure there was a lot of energy, excitement, as well I'm sure there was also anticipation and nervousness, maybe confidence, hope, and fear, all kind of bundled together. Well, you figured it out. You explored the campus, you navigated through your classes and your laboratories, finding friends, mentors, perhaps even discovering the wider Guelph community. and maybe most important, discovering a little bit more about yourselves. It was a time of transition, going from what you were to what you would become, including, by the way, becoming Griffins. Well, now it's time for the next transition. And maybe you're feeling a similar or familiar mix of hope and optimism together with some trepidation and even uncertainty. So I'd suggest you think back over the past few years of your studies here at Guelph. You leave us today having gained new knowledge and having had a chance to study and work with some of the very, very best teachers and researchers. And as part of a learning-centered, research-intensive university, you've witnessed breakthroughs in both scholarship and in research here. You've been part of a diverse, welcoming community, open to differing opinions and shared learning and discovery. And I would suggest that what you've learned here goes well beyond strict subject matter. An important part of our mission as a university has been to provide you with the tools to successfully adapt and to navigate through the complexities and the dynamics of modern society. In our fast-paced world, the gap has narrowed between knowledge generation and knowledge application. New ideas become new products at truly an unprecedented pace. Information and communication technologies and the related democratization of knowledge, the broad access to knowledge and information for learning and knowledge have truly become game changers. Effectively, what's happened is the distance between today and tomorrow has narrowed. Now that presents challenges, but it also presents wonderful opportunities for all of us. A key challenge with change and transition is uncertainty, the very thing that you may be feeling right now. Now, of course, it is a challenge, but as I said, it's also a wonderful opportunity. And the opportunity lies in what I like to call the upside of uncertainty. Taking uncertainty and change and adapting to it in a healthy way, turning it into a positive, turning it into an opportunity. So what does that mean? Well, here on campus, it means that our researchers and our scholars, they anticipate problems. They confront uncertainty by anticipating problems and develop both solutions to these problems. They also include, by the way, solutions to problems that don't even exist yet. So they also anticipate problems that will emerge in the future. For you graduates, it means building on all that you've learned, getting the job done, and getting it done well, all while being future thinkers. Here at Guelph, we've tried to help you learn to adapt to, and indeed to thrive in, tomorrow's ever-changing world. We've looked to provide you with not just a curriculum, but the life skills or the tools for your lifelong survival kit. Today you face a new transition. Some of you will continue on to graduate school, others will enter the working world, still others will travel or otherwise take time to ponder your next steps. Whatever your next move, here at the University of Guelph, we've provided the analytical and the qualitative skills that you need to look beyond the world today and to succeed through innovation and problem solving in new and fresh ways. You've learned about adaptation, you've learned about creativity, and I suspect you've also learned how to improvise. In effect, you've learned how to learn. I will tell you, learning to learn has never been more important than in today's fast-changing world. And that's a good thing. So as you leave behind the formal classrooms and labs, your learning doesn't end today. It really is just beginning. It's truly about lifelong learning, the process of learning and adapting and applying that learning in new and fresh ways over your entire careers, over your entire lifetimes. You've spent the past few years as part of the university community, and I hope you've also had a chance to learn how you fit into that wider community. Because taking that wider view will be essential for you in today's world and tomorrow's world. Over the years, you'll need to bring together different perspectives, blend knowledge and ideas from different disciplines, and apply that knowledge in innovative and exciting ways. We call that knowledge in action, bringing knowledge to life in powerful ways, ways that are meaningful to you as individuals and to those around you. It's about finding the upside of uncertainty. So as you enter this exciting next stage of your lives, I encourage all of you to draw upon your University of Guelph experiences as learners and as members of a very special community, and to bring the very, very best you have to offer to every experience. Continue to taking pride in your achievements. Embrace the opportunities that arrive. And there will be opportunities. There will be many. Embrace them. Look to create your own opportunities, opportunities that will shape our future, opportunities to redefine who we are and to see the future through a broader lens. You know, universities are among the very few places in society where a large part of our purpose is to foster ideas and innovation and to dream and to inspire hope. So I encourage all of you to find ways to take what you've learned here, to engage with and make a difference in your world, our world. Oh, and one more thing. I've talked a lot about uncertainty. Let me say one thing that's for certain, and that is, once a Griffin, always a Griffin. Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Good afternoon. The John Bell Award was established to honor Professor John Bell, who served the University of Guelph with distinction from 1972 to 1987. It recognizes outstanding contributions to university education. Mr. Vice Chancellor, it's my pleasure to present this year's recipient of the John Bell Award, Professor David Woolen. Professor David Woolen has made truly outstanding and sustained contributions to education at the University of Guelph. He's an excellent teacher who has received very positive ratings from students, a skilled curriculum designer, and a champion of new educational initiatives. David was the Associate Chair of Plant Agriculture for 8 years, and during this time was responsible for developing the interdepartmental plant science major. He sought out students to provide feedback and suggestions throughout the process of developing this program, and has involved students in other aspects of curricular development and the creation of learning outcomes. David brings high standards to his teaching and has high expectations from his students. They don't seem to mind because they give him top ratings and comments that praise his passion for the subject matter and commitment to ensuring students actually understand what he's teaching. From 2012 to 2014, David was the chair of the Plant Science Curriculum Committee. He's also a member of the BSc Program Committee and the Undergraduate Teaching Committee, providing outstanding leadership in these areas. Research provides a foundation for education at the university level, and David has many peer-reviewed publications during his academic career. The high quality of his research work attracts significant external funding to the department. David Woolen is a dedicated teacher who has taken on responsibilities beyond his own courses to help improve learning, curriculum design, and program development. He involves students and colleagues in the developmental process, and he's willing to work hard to bring those concepts into reality. For his commitment to improving teaching and learning, David Woolen is a most deserving recipient of the 2016 John Bell Award.
Congratulations. What a well-deserved honor. Fantastic work. Thank you very much. Here, why don't you come up and we'll get a photo together. Only on the other side here, with David in the middle. Of course. Great. Thank you very much. So now I'm pleased to invite Professor David Woolen to now give the convocation address. David.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, board members, fellow faculty, family and friends of graduands, and perhaps most importantly, graduands. I'm quite honored to receive the John Bell Teaching Award and to speak to you today. I remember most events from my graduation day many years ago, but honestly, I have no clue as to what the speaker said. So to spare you from the same fate as me, you simply need to memorize 3 words to retain the messages of today. And those words are mosquito, stars, and boots. Hopefully now you're a little intrigued as to how mosquitoes, stars, and boots are going to be important for the rest of your lives. These words will all come up a little later in my address. So today is graduation day. It's your day, 4 years in the making, a day of celebration, a day to look forward, and a day to look back. Today you will write the last sentence in one chapter of your life, then turn to a blank page and start composing something new. As you look back, I'm sure you are leaving Guelph with many fond memories. You made new friends. Maybe you painted the cannon, enjoyed an Aggie pub now and then, or participated in College Royal. Or one of you may even be engaged, as there was a marriage proposal painted on the cannon during exam week. And as scholars of the Ontario Agricultural College, you're also leaving Guelph today looking forward with skills and expertise in many important fields that encompass agriculture, food, environment, and the urban landscape. You're starting your new journey with talents and passions that can truly make a difference in our province and our country and the world. You might be questioning what one person can do to make an impact, or how much can I contribute to solve anything? This is where the mosquito comes in. Betty Reese once said, "If you think you are too small to be effective, you have never been in bed with a mosquito." There is the power of one. A fellow named Norman Borlaug sat at his graduation ceremony many decades ago, as you sit here today, smart, hardworking, and ambitious, and you may know his story. He, as one graduate, went on to become a plant breeder and ultimately the father of the Green Revolution with his new strains of wheat. His efforts are credited with saving over 1 billion people from starvation, an accomplishment for which he won the Nobel Peace Prize. Norman Borlaug is an extreme case of one person being effective, and I'm not implying that each of you needs to be a Norman Borlaug, but it is quite an admirable goal. I'm not a Norman Borlaug, but I would like to believe that as an asparagus breeder with a mission to help Ontario growers, I've still been effective in my own special way and have had a positive impact on family farms and their contributions to rural communities. And if my only contribution to the world was inspiring someone to do great things through my teaching, that simple act would be highly effective. So like me, each of you in your own way can have an impact. Never underestimate what you're capable of doing, nor underestimate the values of the contributions you can make. And what is a roadmap forward for most people? As boring as it sounds, work hard and focus, but most importantly, don't be afraid of failure. Fear of failure can stifle your passion. Playing it safe never allows you to grow and blossom to your full potential. And as you move forward and follow your passion, pursue your career, be effective, and have an impact on the world, it is also important to be present in your own life. You might be wondering how it is possible to not be present in your own life. This is where the second word I ask you to remember comes in, the stars. A fellow named Paul Hawken once talked of Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, Emerson once asked, what would we do if the stars only came out once every 1,000 years? That night, no one would sleep, of course. We would be ecstatic, delirious, and made rapturous. Instead, the stars come out every night, and all we do is watch television. Or I might update that statement and say, the stars come out every night, and all we do is just text, tweet, Instagram, and Facebook. So did you ever think the device that keeps you most connected can also be the most isolating invention ever conceived? And just think about that. The lesson of the stars, being present in your own life, to me is all about not letting the wonderful opportunities that the world has to offer pass you by. Most people tend to regret the things they didn't do in this life rather than anything they did. So firstly, never underestimate the importance of being present with family and those near and dear to you. Don't underestimate the value of some of life's simple pleasures. Like the next time you're camping or at a cottage, unroll that sleeping bag, stare up at the Milky Way, and watch the shooting stars go by. As you go through life, consider all you can experience. Learn to cook or try a new food you never thought you would like. Try a zip line or a climbing wall, or climb the 1,700 steps of the CN Tower. Travel if you can. Visit at least 2 continents outside North America. Try an art class, or the art of miniature trees, or try a martial art. Learn to sail. Travel the islands in a sailboat. These are all things I've tried at least once since my graduation, and some I've actually pursued with a passion for many years. But there's still more on my to-do list. So as you go forward, always embrace what life has to offer, relish some of the simple pleasures and those around you, make your bucket list, work on it over your lifetime, and don't let opportunity pass you by, because sometimes you will never get a second chance. And now we get to the third, and maybe the most important word on the list, the boots. Neil deGrasse Tyson once spoke of how easily we look at and judge others in the world. He said, "It is easy to tell someone he simply has to pick himself up by his own bootstraps to solve his own problems." Sometimes this may be appropriate, and sometimes this does work. But the most important point for you to remember is that some people don't even have boots. Others in this world can be at a disadvantage, and many are simply dealt a bad hand through no fault of their own. And the problems people face are not necessarily financial. The message of the boots is to think about the needs of others, be caring, empathetic, and selfless, and give back. For some people, giving back may be writing a check to a charitable organization, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for a large number of people, giving back is about service and volunteerism. I was pleased to read that 50% of Guelph students volunteer while they are here. But is our glass half full or half empty? Statistics show we volunteer most when we are young, but when real life hits us, volunteerism can decrease. I volunteered in my younger years, but I'm really embarrassed to say I did little or nothing during most of my higher education and early career. But 9 years ago, I redeemed myself and started volunteering as a big brother, spending time every week with a boy who does not have a father. You might be wondering what motivates someone to volunteer as a big brother every week for 9 years. In part, it's because there are personal rewards, a satisfaction for making a difference. It's hearing a mother say, "I don't know what I would do without a big brother in my son's life. A big brother is one of the best things that has ever happened to him." I read of a woman named Catherine, who is 84 years old and has volunteered for the past 22 years counseling breast cancer patients after surgery. Catherine shared her thoughts about volunteerism online. She said, "I guarantee anyone who volunteers will feel better emotionally, physically, and psychologically. I don't care who you are or what you do. The people I know who volunteer have smiles on their faces. The hours they give are worth more to them than any money they could ever receive." To put Catherine's words another way, some of the most profound words on this topic were spoken by David McCullough Jr., and he said, "The great and curious truth about the humanist experience is that selflessness is the best thing that you can do for yourself. When you help others, you help yourself." So my message to you today is that giving back is incredibly important. You do not need to volunteer every week of your life or year after year, but if each of you in this room gives something back, and even if you have to wait until retirement to do so, you can make a significant and positive difference in someone's life. So in closing, remember the mosquito. No one is too small to be effective. Follow your passion and don't fear failure. You as an individual can make a contribution to this world, and no contribution is too small. Remember the stars. Be present. In the rat race of life, take care of yourself. Live life to its fullest, but don't forget those closest to you and life's simplest pleasures. And finally, the boots. Remember to help others, because in the end, it will also help you. Congratulations. I wish you all the best, And don't forget to thank your parents today for all they have done for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Woolen. My name is Malcolm Campbell. I'm the Vice President Research here at University of Guelph, and it gives me the greatest of pleasure to acknowledge the wonderful talk that, the address that Professor Woolen has just provided us with. 3 simple words: mosquito, stars, boots. I had some different ideas that came to mind as he was giving his talk about mosquitoes, stars, and boots. I was thinking that as a group, mosquito was appropriate because there's a certain buzz about you. I was thinking stars were appropriate because you are not only stars of today's show, but you have been stars of your time here at University of Guelph, and you will truly shine bright into the future. And boots, I had a bit of a greater challenge with, but I thought that with regards to boots, perhaps during your time here, you've experienced the agony of defeat. However, I am sure that you will be making a step in the right direction along the pathway to success. In all seriousness, a wonderful talk today based on 3 different words. Really, the message that was the take-home message was to pursue your passion, to make sure that you are present and that you shine, and that you give back selflessly to make a difference in the lives of others so as to make a difference in your own life. Unbelievably inspirational words. Please join me in thanking Professor Woolen for both his inspired and inspiring address. Now, friends, the moment that you've all been waiting for. I, like you, have shared this room with friends and family. I have been a parent waiting for my graduating children. I have been a life partner waiting for a graduating spouse. And I have been 30 years ago, actually, to this week, June 1986, for those that are doing calculations in your head, I sat as the 143 individuals here waiting to cross this stage. So this is the moment that you've all been waiting for, and therefore I have but one request as a fellow Griffin, that you make sure that you emote as loudly and positively as you possibly can over the course of the next couple of minutes, because this is the important bit coming up. So now, the moment that you've all been waiting for. Will the graduating class please stand? Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating these wonderful scholars and their terrific accomplishments. Well done. Well done.
That's perfect. You've made this Griffin very proud. Well done, all of you. Will the members of the graduating class now please be seated?
Good afternoon, graduates and proud family and friends of the graduates. I'm Wayne Caldwell, the interim dean of OAC. I'm sure you will be excited, perhaps a little relieved, certainly happy to see your graduates walk across the stage and be greeted by the Vice Chancellor. And for you and for many, we may want to express your emotions in some audible manner. And I'll repeat that again. You may want to express your emotions in some audible manner. This is fine. Please go ahead. But may we ask that the general audience please hold your collective applause until after the presentation of each of the degree programs. Thank you. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College that she may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours program. Erin Mary Genge. Please join with me in congratulating this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Bioresource Management Honours Program. Lauren Ann Barker. Constance Elizabeth Dagnon with distinction. Kristen Renee Gilbert de Kooman. Rachel Olivia Goodman with distinction. Maurice Pauline Jeanette. Marisa Marin Lafore. Julia Marie McCormick. Renee Colleen McDermott. Franklin Danielle McCrae Orange. Julia Nadine Schittenhelm. Renee Claude Seguin with distinction. Kristen Dawn Smith with distinction. Michaela Ann Stogren with distinction. Eliza Angela Sylvia. Sarah Jane Todoshuk. Please join with me in congratulating these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours Program. Jarrett Lawrence Chung Smith. Kayla Wendy Mulrain. Carolyn Rose Sheardown. Please join with me in congratulating these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Landscape Architecture Honours Program. Chelsea Allen with distinction. Lama Alsharia. Stephen Colin Harris. Darren Hoekstra with distinction. Corinne Latimer with distinction. Scott Hunter Pasek. Miriam Porter with distinction. Linda Marie Pringle with distinction. Jesse Jacob Rush. Adja Parfait Vanga. Lee Yi Ixia with distinction. Please join with me in congratulating these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours Program. Adelia Abdi. Lauren Alonso with distinction. Holly Elizabeth Bathurst. Faith Alexandra Elizabeth Smith Baxter. Shannon Christine Beard with distinction. Haley Lauren Bellevaux. Nicole Marie Breitling. Corey Elizabeth Ann Broadworth with distinction. Lauren Audrey Brooks with distinction. Kara Laura Cargo Froome graduated in absentia winter 2016. Suat K. Chan also graduated in absentia winter 2016. Ashley Danielle Cleveley. Jeanette Eliza Cooper with distinction. Stephanie Cox. Cecilia Lynn Creighton with distinction. Michaela Cruz. Laura Marine DeJong. Mary Elizabeth Duncan. Colin Gregory Duplessis with distinction. Shalee Autumn Emberson. Bianca Serafina Ferralissi. Elvis Chun Ho Fok. Robert Yu Ping Fu. Maya Mara Galis. with distinction. Whitney Gaudette. Beverly Go with distinction. Brittany Kristen Hammer with distinction. Grace McKenzie Hildebrand with distinction. Tegan Alexandra Eve Hunt with distinction. Nazra Abdul Kadir Hussain with distinction. Megan Nicole Jameson with distinction. Emily Kim. Shane Stephen Clausen. Shelley Caitlin Kowalik with distinction. Bianca Elena Kren. Allison Christine Lee with distinction. Anya Leah. Haley Faye Ling with distinction. Inga Lowe. Vivian Wei Wen Mack. Noel Anthony Meno with distinction. Katie Danielle Martin. Jonathan Michael McKend with distinction. Brianne Emily Mercer. Eric Millette. Jonathan Shunhan Mui with distinction. Laura Ruth Mulder. Yugani Nasser Doost. Ashley Nixon. Lauren Elise Paulson. Megan Elizabeth Perkins McVeigh. Natalia Elizabeth Pollock. Lanaya Johanna Pott with distinction. Evelyn Raveman with distinction. Madison Noel Rear with distinction. Bruce William Robertson. Alejandro Rice. Brianne Schooley. Clarissa Somali with distinction. Victoria Soucier. Ramya Satharasa. Ashley Victoria Stanford. Kexin Sun. Hayden William James Tataran with distinction. Lynn Tai with distinction. Emily Son. Brenna Tour with distinction. Matthew Peter Vesey. Lilia Verta. Alina Lucille Wong. Graduated in absentia winter 16. Caitlin Amy Weller. Rachel Marguerite Whaley. Yuen Stephanie Ucesa. Please join with me as we congratulate these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture honors program. Catherine Barker with distinction. Lauren Benoit. Christine Grace Bone with distinction. Joshua DeVos with distinction. Jessica Dryfout. Laura Caress Duncan. Jacob Amos Gorvet. Andrew David Huthorst. Carrie Lynn Houlihan. Sarah Catherine Isabella Jessup. Rachel Ann Keith. Shannon Dorothy Little. Telefor Marie with distinction. Amdi Michael Nicoya. Clayton Camille Douglas Nadeau. Colleen Ann O'Neill. Leah Ramos. Megan Maria Shriver. Calander Brent Snodden. Basile Thomas. Daniel Aaron Thomas. Yu Zhang. Gregory Paul Zelensky. Please join with me as we congratulate these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences Honours Program. Vanessa Cipriani, with distinction. Lauren Gittings Keene. Peter Daniel Oliver. Carolyn Cosette Shipman. Archana Tamang. Shannon Williams with distinction. Please join with me as we congratulate these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be granted the Associate Diploma in Turf Grass Management. Lacey Drost. Max Fiska. Benjamin Heslip. Adam Kimber. Stephen Rabsky. Robert Maxwell Rake. William Charlie Steele. Please join with me as we congratulate these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College.
Before we move on to the formal proceedings, please join me in acknowledging the wonderful work done by Dean Caldwell today in delivering 143 names with perfection. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I would ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program, but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present. Thank you. Well, graduates, you did it. Congratulations. Well, great work. Let me now, in the spirit of the theme of transitions, we will continue a little bit with that. And I want to welcome all of you now to the Griffin alumni family, a growing family. This week, more than 3,400 new graduates are joining that family of graduates, of new alumni. And the University of Guelph, just so that you know, University of Guelph alumni now number more than 125,000 graduates around the world. As you can imagine, we're all very, very proud of your accomplishments here at the University of Guelph and very much look forward to seeing how the foundations that you've developed here as a student will continue to support you in the years to come. And we want to celebrate your achievements and successes with you and do hope that you'll continue to stay in touch in the years to come. Remember that you're always welcome here. You've made wonderful memories, I'm sure, here at the University of Guelph, including today's ceremony. And remember this as well. You're a student for a short time, but you're a Griffin forever. So, yes, exactly. There's some kind of foghorn or something back there. It's very good. That's what it is. Okay. That concludes, on that note, that concludes our formal convocation ceremony, and I'd like to mention that Dean Wayne Caldwell will host a reception for all the graduates and their guests in Creelman Hall. And this really is an opportunity to congratulate the graduates, and we do hope that you can attend. Just a couple of quick items of business. Of course, you're all, I'm sure, in a rush to go out and celebrate, but if you could just, on your way to that celebration, not forget to drop off your hoods and gowns at the tent outside, that would be much, much appreciated. And the other note I would make is that we're hosting 22 convocation ceremonies this week, and waiting outside, of course, is the next group of families who are eager to see their graduates cross the stage. And to help us prepare the hall for the next group, if you could please exit on the doors just at the right and left of the stage here. And now, as tradition has it, the Vice Chancellor, that's me, gets the final words. And those are, convocation is dismissed. Well done.